Hi, this is a Ferrograph Series 7. This is a 722D, so it's a Dolby unit here. I'm just testing it out before I dispatch it to a customer. I wanted to point out some sort of little idiosyncrasies with these, because they can be temperamental sometimes, so they need to be fettled every now and again. Now, this here is the key thing that goes out of adjustment, and this is like there's a ramp, as you can see, onto the pinch roller, and that has to be precisely adjusted. Whenever it goes in transit, sometimes this knocks it out of position. If it's not precisely adjusted, if it's too low, then when you're going to play, it won't even engage the the panel there, which goes back on the solenoid. I don't know if you can see that on the spring there. It doesn't engage. If it's too close, what happens is it doesn't go into pause mode. So it needs to be precisely right. You just fiddle about with the adjustment. This is adjusted fine, but possibly by the time it gets to the customer in transit, it might be out. So this is why I'm doing this video, really, to show this point here. It's just two screws, just loosen them slightly, and then you can like move it up and down, play with it. Obviously, if the pinch roll is not engaging properly, then this needs to be moved down. If it's engaging too much and it's not going to pause mode, then it needs to be moved up slightly. But we're talking about a millimetre, half a millimetre here. It's not much of an adjustment. Another thing that happens on these Series 7 sometimes are these felts here. They don't push hard enough against the tape because they might have worn down. So sometimes you get like one channel out or something like that. And then if you push onto here, or it depends, if you get one channel out when you're recording, push onto this one very slightly, the channel will come back, and it's because the felt's worn out here. So that's another little idiosyncrasy that I found out. Another thing is this circuit here in the back. This is the I don't know if you can see that, it's a relay circuit in there. There's a relay here, and when that relay receives a grounding signal, it energizes and the reset light comes on. And these can be troublesome on these Series 7s. And what happens is you have a wire coming from here going to the relay circuit. When these two short together, this is actually at ground potential, so they short together, and that will trip the relay into reset mode. And in reset mode with this light on, it stops, and it won't start up again until you clear the reset, which is moving this lever to stop. That clears reset. It says reset there. The other one is this here. When the tape runs out, obviously this falls down and touches this post, and that goes to ground, and that causes this relay to reset. The other one is this button here. You have to have it set correct. So this is on 7.5 inches per second at the moment, and so this has to be on high. If this is in the middle, it will reset. On 3 3/4 it needs to be medium, and on low is 3 7/8. So basically I sometimes disable this circuit because it can be a bit temperamental, so I disable it, and it's just by removing one wire from this point here. It's disabled on this one, but I might actually reconnect it because it seems to be reasonably all right, although obviously in transit again the relay can play up, or it can get slightly damp or whatever. So I've left the front face off this, and there is a face, and it will be put on there, put back together. But I just thought I'd demonstrate it working, just in case. I hate sending these out by courier, but just in case it arrives and it's not working quite 100%, I want to demonstrate that it works now, and you know, it just needs fettling with these little bits here. So anyway, this is it working. That's a tape dropping out then, by Right, now just to prove it's working on its own speakers. It's not very loud recording this, so not much output, but yeah. Bass and treble here, Dolby control here, MPX here, so it's all there, it's all working. So if I was to, let's put this in fast forward here. Obviously the various speed is working as well. I don't know if you can hear that, but the sound quality is fantastic. I mean, this one is a standard version. It goes up to 7.5. I sold this one really cheap to someone because basically this is the last Ferrograph, apart from my Logic 7, which is still for sale. This is the last Ferrograph that I'm going to be doing because I'm actually going to be emigrating to Brazil very shortly, and I can't take all of these with me, and I'm just selling all my stuff off now and selling stuff very cheaply. The guy bought this pretty cheaply from me, really, and it's been a lot of work to get this one going. Actually, it's one of these ones that were if a part's not working, or it's been in the loft and hasn't been tested, so I don't know if it works or not. But it's been a nightmare really. These ferrographs, they take an awful lot to repair them really, and an awful lot of fettling. So my advice to you is, if you want a ferrograph, especially Series 7, and you're not a fettler and you don't like adjusting things and getting your screwdriver out, I wouldn't buy a Ferrograph. I mean, this works fine. This works perfectly now, and it probably will go on working well for years and years and years, because they're built really well. I mean, they're fantastic quality. So and this has been hand built in South Shields. So let's just rewind the tape there. It's been built in South Shields, so it's no expense spares. These were really expensive when they came out. They weren't for amateurs really, they were for semi-professionals. They weren't sort of domesticated products for people to have in their living room unless they were really quite well off and quite well into tape. But these still sound brilliant. I mean, I much prefer these over the Revoxes. I had a B77 in yesterday. I was servicing it and it sounded so thin compared to this. This is rich and full. On this one again, you can adjust the bias from the front panel. I really like these Ferrographs. In fact, I'm keeping a Series 7 for myself, a grey cased one, as well as my TSR8, and that's one I'm going to take to Brazil with me, because these are just great. I have to have one of these gems really, and it's only a matter of time before people catch on to how good these Series 7s really sound. They are a pain to service because, and this board for example, you can see all these connections, they're soldered in. It's not like on a Revox where you just push the card in, plug it in. These have all got soldered connections and they can be quite difficult to get at, so they're not overly easy to get into, but all the components are like this, and there's no surface mounted or chips that you can't actually get hold of. So this is, it's superb really, superbly built and easy to do. This is a Mark II because it's got square heads. So this is a later version with little sort of tweaks on it on the board. So there we go. Oh, there we go. Ah, well, it stopped because it's the end of the tape there. See that? That is a metal strip there. So this metal strip, I don't know if you can see it, it's grounded between there and there. So it's put the reset light on. And it stopped it automatically, which is a really good thing. It actually works really well, but it can be a little bit temperamental, and usually if you get any temperament to it, it's this relay here. You just need to squirt some service sol in it, but yeah, I mean, you need to fettle with these, but they basically work pretty well. And yeah, I really hope that this gets there in one piece without being battered by the couriers. Thanks a lot for watching.